And when men are moved by the Spirit and they keep bringing the gospel and you keep rejecting, after a period, they leave you alone. When you are left alone without the gospel, you are void, you are empty, you become the headquarter of darkness. And where there is emptiness and void, destruction is inevitable. The absence of the gospel is the cause. Helaba. Where the gospel does not get to is under darkness. Hence, is under the curse. The cure to the curse is the preaching of the gospel. That is why it is the blessing, the gospel of the blessing. Because what the blessing does is to swallow the curse and make the curse non-existent. That's why you can't be born of God and be under a curse. That curser has not been born that will curse me and it will work. Let me tell you, all the witches in the world are not enough. And wherever they are hearing me now, all of them put together, all the witches, both male and female witches, all the ancestral altars in the world, when they combine all of them, they are not enough to utter a statement that can happen around me. But just my breath can scatter all of them. Jakabayada. Do you know what you carry? Somebody said they will carry my name to witches. Come and get the full names. What you have is not my full names. Let me give you my full articles with my address and phone number. Get back to Belea, you bastard. So you see that you, all of you put together, amount to nothing. What are you talking about? Do you know who you are? Do you know what you carry? Who da gadosh? Who da gadosh? Who da gadosh? That even Christians go to native doctors. They are not Christians. They are not Christians. They are church goers. Native doctors should come to Christian and say, sir, I've been watching you. I'm a native doctor. But what I see in you, I want it. I want to throw away this one and collect that one. You are the light of the world. A city set on a hill that cannot be ignored. Hayada. Hayada, Hayada. Say with me, I am God's missionary. I have mission on my mind. Say, I carry the blessing of the world in my hands. Say, I'm a custodian of global blessing. It is called the gospel. And let me tell you, man of God, anywhere you enter with the gospel, it prospers. Go to Africa, it will prosper. Carry the same gospel to Asia, it will prosper. Carry the same gospel to Canada. The gospel has universal influence. A preacher of the gospel is a global luminary. You cannot box him. You cannot corner him. The greatest honor God can give you is the honor to preach the gospel. That's the greatest honor. That's the greatest honor. That God will call you to be on his team. God will call you and say, be on my team. Let us cover the earth with the influence of the blessing. That's the greatest honor. That man is a man that the world will look for. I'm telling you the truth. Believe me. Shakayada. Preaching the gospel is not a minus. It's a triple plus. Yadaba. Yadaba. And the good thing is you don't have to see a vision to preach the gospel. You just need to receive the gospel enough to preach it. You don't have to hear a voice. The message that saves you makes you a messenger. The message that saves you, in turn, makes a messenger out of you. Say, I am a missionary. Say, I have mission on my mind. Please give me a few minutes. You can sit down. On my mind. He will reprove the world of sin and of righteousness and of judgment. So what does he mean? It means to convince or to seek to convince. It also means to seek to show proof to. Strive, reprove. It also carries with it to judge. For example, if you believe you are saved, if you don't believe you are condemned, that's judgment. The preaching of the gospel is the preaching of good news. But when the good news is rejected, judgment is applied. The gospel judges. It judges you righteous or it judges you condemned, depending on your response to it. Are you understanding? When we pull the gospel out of a community, we have introduced darkness to that community. That is why once you know the gospel and you are in a place in town, in that community, you are the lighthouse. So you can't afford to be dumb. You have to start speaking so that that community can come to the light. Say, I hear you. The way you're looking at me, say, I hear you. Say, I am the light in my community. Say it again, I am the light in my society. Say, I carry the gospel, the blessing. Where I am, curses cannot function. Let's use the Ghanaian tongue. Curses cannot function. Curses cannot function where I am. I carry the blessing. I am sure that when I come, I am sure that when I come, it's not a probability. I am sure that when I come to your house, when I come to your office, anywhere I come, I am sure that I will come in the fullness of the blessing of the gospel. When we say the blessing, we mean the gospel. The gospel is the forgiveness of sins. When the gospel is scarce in a society, the society is overrun by curses. Curses overrun the society. That's why I can't be preaching the gospel in a society and be calling them to come and be free from curses. Then it means I am not preaching the gospel. Because I can't be preaching the gospel and be telling you you are cursed. My preaching the gospel is the termination of the curse. Are you all hearing me? So I cannot be the one preaching the gospel to you and I'm the one inviting you to come and be breaking curses over you. Then it means I don't know what I am preaching. Or it means I am part of the problem. Because I should be the solution. So by mere fact that I'm the one preaching, I should be telling you that by this gospel I'm preaching, as you are hearing, you're free from curses. I can't be calling you to come and break curses. What am I breaking? Is it sugar cane? I'm not breaking sugar cane. I brought you the blessing. And when I preach and you listen, you are assimilating the blessing. That's why it is blessed at the feet of those who bring good tidings. When we walk into a place, the entrance of our legs into that place is the introduction of the blessing. As soon as we enter, yeah, we speak judgment over sickness. As soon as we enter, we speak judgment over disease. As soon as we enter a place, we speak judgment over Satan and his demons. Our entrance is the judgment of the devil. And if I, by the finger of God, cast out devils, then the kingdom has arrived. So when we enter, demons exit. We can't enter a place and demons are jumping around. No. The blessing is the extinguisher of demonic activity. Say, I hear you. I'm not hearing you at all. Say, I hear you. Say, I carry something that the world is in need of. It is the blessing.